Welcome back to Mad Mark. And I want to continue on my subject, how we're just not accountable in the United States for our own actions. Like I said, if our economy gets bad, we will figure out proxy ways to siphon money out of third world countries and bring it back to us. For example, 1979, I've talked about before, we didn't have enough gold to back our currency, United States dollar, so we pegged it to oil. And pretty much as soon as that policy went into place, we knew that our military would be in the Middle East. We knew we had to justify it by demonizing Islam, radical Islam. That's where radical Islam and all that stuff come from. It's because you had oil, okay? But it goes beyond just economics. Look at all the drugs. We blame Mexico for drugs, and we blame all these other areas for drugs. We're buying the drugs. So we're not going to blame us for using the drugs. We're going to blame those who bring us the drugs. And that really bugs me. And here's an interesting with Afghanistan. A lot of you want me to bring up Afghanistan. I'll bring up Afghanistan. And here's the thing that bugs me the most about Afghanistan. Before 2001, September 11th, that inside job where we blew up the World Trade Center with military-grade nanothermite, and we shot that missile into the Pentagon with no camera surveillance on it. Opium usage, heroin usage was way down in the United States. It was actually very low. If you look statistically, before 2001, it was not available really on the streets that much, and hardly, not many people were using it, and the overdose death rate of it was quite low. Since we got into Afghanistan and got military present there and have our drones moving around these opium fields and whatnot, and our supposed Iron Tempest program to smash the drug cartel over there, opium usage has went way up in the United States. There's 5 times more deaths today and way more drug usage of heroin today in the United States after we got military presence there. So my question is to you, and I want you to write in the comments, how can we invade Afghanistan, who holds 94% of the world heroin population, heroin production? How can we invade that country? And then after we get presence in it, 10 years later, the heroin usage and availability and deaths go skyrocket in the United States. How is that possible? I mean, obviously we hear theories of military bringing it back. We've heard these AC-130 cargo ships just full of it bringing it back. But I mean, realistically, how is it possible? If they have 96% or 94% of the heroin production, and all of it just bombs. So that Iron Tempest was pretty much just blowing up a couple mud huts for just propaganda. So we'll consistently blame other people, but we'll never blame ourselves. And another thing that really, really bugs me, I got to cover, is we keep telling Pakistan and other countries, this is what you need to do with women rights, and this is how you progress women and whatnot. A lot of people ask me, they want to know personally about me. Am I married? Do I got kids? No, I'm not married and I don't got kids, because frankly, the women over here suck. And it's just, they're so brainwashed and so uncreative, and they have no imagination. I mean, I could walk out in a pasture and lay down and cuddle up with a milk cow and have way better dialogue and a much better intelligent conversation with a milk cow than the average woman I meet. And even if they're good looking, that's when I see these women around here, I just see just a brainwashed just cow out in the field, just that old look, and there's like nothing in their heads. And that's why I refuse to date something over here. I've met many foreign women, and I've had great conversations with them. So I don't know why in God's hell anyone would take our advice on what you should do with your women. And this is the thing that bugs me. When we ruin the women we have over here, and they're pretty much, like I said, just brandless milk cows, what do? We start stealing Russian women, Ukrainian women, Moldova, from other areas. We start flashing money in front of them. And how do we justify that? We justify attacking the Middle East because of radical Islam. We attack Mexico and these other areas. So we insult them for bringing us drugs when we're buying them. In Russia, we say Russian men are drunks. They're losers. They're poor. We insult their men. So we always justify a means to be opportunistic. We'll never be accountable. We'll never say, okay, our economy's bad. Maybe we have to go with less. Maybe we can't buy this brand new vehicle or this expensive house, or maybe we don't take as many trips. No, we don't say that. We'll figure out a way to steal someone else's money. Instead of saying, hey, maybe we should create more amenities and better education to get our kids quit using drugs. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to blame the people who bring in the drugs. Instead of making women tolerable here, where a guy might actually be slightly interested in them, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to steal someone else's women. See the pattern? We are not accountable. So if you see us having a problem, you better pay attention, because we're going to find a way to be opportunistic, and it's going to affect you one way or another.